Good morning, afternoon, or daiquiri o'clock, whenever you're watching. Today is July 19th, and whether you're sipping rum or riding a meteorite of curiosity, this date is packed with everything from exploding space rocks to the invention of the microwave, and even a prime minister or two meeting very different ends. So grab your time-traveling sunglasses because this is your History News Roundup with a twist of lime.
Let's start off cool and boozy. It's National Daiquiri Day. While no one really knows who started this fruity celebration, the US has embraced it like a melting ice cube on a hot beach. And speaking of spicy characters, happy birthday to Lizzie Borden 1860, who inspired creepy nursery rhymes after her trial for allegedly axing her parents. Acquitted, but folklore never let her go. Edgar Degas, 1834, the impressionist genius who made ballerinas the Beyoncé of the 19th century art world. Percy Spencer, 1894, who discovered microwave ovens by melting a candy bar next to radar equipment, accidentally inventing hot leftovers. Brian May, 1947, Queen's guitarist and actual astrophysicist, because some people get all the talents. Abel Ferrara, 1951, known for gritty, moody films that make you rethink walking alone in New York at night.
Time to dim the lights and honor those who passed away on July 19th with some dramatic flair and actual causes of death. Karli Krohn, 1933, a Finnish folklorist, passed away from natural causes. Nihat Erim, 1980, Turkish Prime Minister tragically assassinated, cause of death, gunshot wounds. Zenko Suzuki, 2004, former Japanese Prime Minister, died from pneumonia. James Garner, 2014, heartthrob of Maverick and the Rockford Files, died of a heart attack. Gary Marshall, 2016, the man who gave us Happy Days and Pretty Woman, died due to complications from pneumonia.
Here's today's military news, well, from the last 2,000 years. In AD 64, the Great Fire of Rome ignited under Nero's rule, setting fire to both buildings and political blame games. In 1333, the Battle of Halidon Hill saw the English longbowmen school the Scots in tactical warfare. 1863, the Union stopped General John Morgan's quirky northern raid at the Battle of Buffington Island. 1870, Napoleon III declared war on Prussia after a telegram-induced ego bruise. Welcome to the Franco-Prussian War.
Switching gears to science. 1963, Joe Walker soared past the Kármán line in X-15 Flight 90, entering space before it was trendy. 1983, the first 3D CT scan of a human head was performed, because skulls need glam shots too. 2009, amateur astronomers spotted a massive Jupiter impact. Yes, the planet got a black eye, bigger than the Earth, and didn't even flinch.
Time for some sporty spice from the past. 1877, Spencer Gore became Wimbledon's first men's singles champion, when the shorts were longer than the matches. 1903, Maurice Garin cycled into the history books by winning the first ever Tour de France. Fun fact, Garin never had the famous yellow jersey. The iconic yellow jersey, known as the maillot jaune, was introduced in the 1919 Tour de France to identify the overall race leader. The idea came from the race's organizer, L'Auto newspaper, whose yellow pages inspired the color. And in 1952, Helsinki lit the Olympic torch, marking post-war unity, Cold War vibes, and a whole lot of synchronized swimming.
Now entering the tech and transportation zone, 1900, the Paris Metro opened, turning commuting into something vaguely tolerable. 1979, two supertankers collided near Tobago, spilling oil and sparking much-needed maritime safety reforms. One can't help wonder, why do we need major accidents before we create legislation?
In 1912, the Holbrook meteorite exploded over Arizona. Weighing 190 kilograms, it shattered into 16,000 fragments.
On to creativity. 1848, the Seneca Falls Convention kicked off, inspiring generations of artists and activists. 1941, Tom and Jerry debuted their second cartoon, The Midnight Snack. Chaos and cheese ensued. 1954, Elvis Presley dropped his first single, That's All Right, and rock and roll officially entered the building. 2007, Mad Men premiered, introducing Don Draper and enough suits to clothe a small army.
In today's political flashback, 1553, Lady Jane Grey lost her crown after a very brief 9-day reign. Tudor drama at its finest. 1947, Burmese leader Aung San was assassinated, altering Myanmar's history forever. And in 1979, the Sandinistas overthrew the Nicaraguan dictatorship, ushering in Liberation Day and a lot of revolutionary poetry.
And that, dear viewers, is your world tour through July 19th, filled with exploding space rocks, revolutionary bike races, royal oustings, and frozen daiquiris. But hey, if today is your birthday, then forget Nero and microwave ovens. You're the real headline. Because to the people who love you, today is the most important event of all.
So raise a glass, preferably one with crushed ice and rum, and remember to, please, like our videos and share and subscribe for more days just like this one.